All right, we are live. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? And we are ready to go. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We have a bunch of charts ready to come at you. We're going to break down this market for you in a quick 45 minutes to an hour at the very least. Then we can throw some news at you, get some sentiment on this election day. Crazy day in the United States. If you're somewhere else in the world, I don't know if the whole world must be watching the United States. Big election time, right? Big moves. Now, let's get into it. We're going to first look at Bitcoin. Now, if you've been following my channel, I put Bitcoin into this broadening wedge. I claimed that it was at the bottom of the broadening wedge. It would retest it a few times. Here we had a wick, and it would begin to climb up to 14,675 area, 665. Somewhere probably will spike up, maybe even into 15,000 to come back down. But I'm looking for this move to happen. So the long began here at 13,360. Something like that, and it's continuing on its way up. All right, cool. Shout out to everyone on the stream. Hope you're doing well. Theo, SSP, Cigar. Hope everyone's doing awesome today. Okay, so that's what's going on for Bitcoin. Let's look at it on the 1 minute just to see the health of the temporary move. Recently got a bit of a pump. Came back down. Now, what we did here is we established the bottom by using this right here, which was bullish divergence. And we said, you know, swing up to swing down. And we established the bottom here when Bitcoin spiked down at 3,238. Good time to begin longing Bitcoin here. Okay. It did come back down, got close, but your stop loss should be somewhere in this area, which it never really got close to. Kept moving up. And now we can see that it's retesting the same area here where it had a little bit of a issue with. So it needs to break this level here at 13,876. Until then, it's really just mulling around and could easily come back down to 13,005. You can clearly see that's your level here on the left. We need to get above it. You know, we couldn't get above it here. We couldn't get above it here. And since then, we've been getting rejected from that area. That was on November 1st. So 2 days now we've been battling. So still very healthy that Bitcoin is making these daily close. Let's look at the daily and see where the close was last night. Now, the close yesterday wasn't too great because we did go down. Saying the close, though, 13,005, though. Anything above 13,005, in my opinion, is a great close. So, let's see. A couple days ago, on the 29th, we closed at 13,400. The day after that, we closed at 13,560. The day after that, 13,790. The day after that, 13,760. So, 2 closes above 13,700. Back down to 13,500. And right now we're sitting for a close at 13,737. Of course, we'll have to wait till later on today for that daily close. The weekly, very strong though. As I've shown you, the weekly looking very good. We had our first red week, we have our first red week attempting to begin right now. But our last weekly close, 13,761. Really nice. Really nice. We are a little spent here on the daily. We're hanging up in this overbought region. Starting to show a little bit of bearish divergence too, which I think played out right here. You can see a swing high to swing highs. We had swing lows. That when we had our fallout. Now we're kind of battling back. Still see the same similar pattern. 1 hour obviously had a bit of a pump too as well. And the 4 hour says we're going to move. So the 4 hour is telling us, you know what? I want to make it to 15,000. You can see that. After that, we're definitely getting a big pullback. So watch out for alts. I feel like alts could get killed even worse. The only reason is because, let's think about it. They've been getting demolished, right? As I said yesterday on the channel, I told you to be very careful. I said the only thing I would do is long Bitcoin, honestly. I wasn't even in the trade. I didn't even open the trade, you know. I had long Bitcoin the day before. I was preemptive on that. Ended up losing a couple hundred on that long. But I kind of I envisioned it here. I didn't realize we would come back down. I thought we were on our way out. When we retested the bottom of this, it gave me that indication. Look, double bottom as well. We have our W forming. We got our curve up. You got a W here on the RSI. It's telling you that we are headed up. But the daily's telling you that I don't know. You know, how much higher can the MACD go? It doesn't like to go that much higher. You can see in the long run of things, there's the highest it ever went, right? Or one of the highest it's ever went. And that was in the... And then so here's the 20K run. Here's that 13K run. amazing that we're still talking about this 13K area again, but we're battling this area. You can see this is the gateway. 13.8, 14,000 is the gateway to 12K. After that, we weren't there enough. Let's break it down as if it was an asset just in that area. And if you can see, so here's 10,000, right? The second we break above 14K, which is right here, there's just no, like, there's a little bit of resistance here at 15.6. Then there's a mark at 17, and then we're at 20K. So two little lines. I mean, guys, if you think about it, we fought through so much support and resistance throughout these last few months. Pat yourself on the back for not selling any of your Bitcoins, XRPs, whatever you're holding, and staying true. Jesse B, what's going on? XRP Muser, everyone in the game. Thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. Really appreciate it. So Bitcoin looking really good. So that's the idea for Bitcoin. The daily not looking great. The weekly looking strong. The weekly looks very, very strong. Okay. You can see the weekly we were supposed to have bearish momentum. I was really worried about it. We did fall though. Oh no, we didn't. That was private. But you could see I was worried about the bearish momentum, but it didn't play out. We ended up never closing that. That's that gap that everyone said we'd fill at 9,600. I claimed we wouldn't. And I didn't say we would or we wouldn't. I just said, hey, man, nice. Taking the day off, man. Good for you. Yeah, so basically 3 bars now. So on the weekly now, we've had 3 good weeks. Usually, look at this. In that one big run we had up to 13K. So we just need one of these runs, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice 10-week run into December. I think then I think we hit all-time highs in December. We retraced back into like 15, 16K in January. And then that's like how we build. And then we cross 20K again. And then it's over. I don't know if we cross 20K and then keep moving. I feel like we cross 20K just for a second. Then we come back down. Similar to what we did to 14K. How we've only kissed it here and there. But we really haven't gotten all the way where we want to be yet. But so if you look at the weeklies, looking strong. The monthly also getting a little overbought, not overbought, but getting high on the MACD there. And then also here on the 8-hour, which is strong, and the 12-hour, which is very strong, both showing indications that Bitcoin wants to move for a couple more days, for them to pan out. Plenty of time to chart going into lockdown here in the UK. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. We're not in lockdown here yet in the US. If Trump comes in office, I don't see us going into lockdowns. I see us just, working around it and trying to make business move. If Biden gets into office, I see us going into a lot of lockdowns. That's just what it is. I'm not biased either way. I just want this thing to go away and for regular life to go back to normal. But I don't think it is, ever. I don't think we'll ever have... I think too many powers that be are going to seize this moment to stifle the common man in some way, shape, or form, and we'll never forget this time. That's just my horrible prediction, but I'm sorry to say. I see things for what they are. I'm not dreaming it. So anyway, Bitcoin looking good on the time frames that we need it to look good on for now. The daily is worrying me. The daily has that overbought. How many green hills can you have? 4 green hills already on that. Here we had 4 of our big one. We had 3 there. So Bitcoin can go on a move, but eventually it's going to have some bearish momentum. So I say, hey, we get up here and then we get our curve. Maybe a slight bear momentum again and then a bounce up. There's a chance we just keep getting small movements and keep coming up. But we have to have some type of a cross. Do you see an impact on Bitcoin from the election result? Honestly, I've read articles that said Bitcoin will go up for either president, either candidate, the incumbent or Trump. So we'll see. Here's Bitcoin dominance, another one of those wicks, all the way back to 42. Now, I just think this is an algorithmic issue with TradingView or something. I don't know what's going on. But let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, I had put it in this rounded bottom. I also said now we had to pay attention that it was in on the 4-hour. It was in this. And I showed you guys this yesterday, and I pointed it out. And I said, it looks like bullish, and it's going to break out. And if it breaks out, it gets to 66. It's on its way now at 64. And you can see clearly, too, that this was in a falling wedge that we have it breaking out of, too, which has support and all these green lines. I mean, resistance at green lines, but it couldn't get all the way up to 72.72. You guys are in a pocket, especially if you're a newbie thinking, oh, I know where alts can go. I think I found the bottom. Honestly, you'll be surprised. Alts can go halfway, even more. They can get demolished, absolutely demolished. Now, the Dow pumping 655 points. We'll take a look at that in a second as well. Yeah, there'll be less uncertainty in the market as well, but this dominance is not something that's needs to be neglected here. Also, it had its turn across on the MACD. Still like it could get up a little bit more. The 4-hour doesn't like to have too much green bars, but there's a chance we could get at least 5 more, and we could get all the way to the target of 66. So dominance pumping right now. 1 hour not too healthy. Daily getting overbought here, but no, we don't have the divergence yet. We could be making some bearish divvy here that could lead us out. The 1 minute looks like it wants to cross too and get bullish. So moving with Bitcoin dominance, watch your altcoins. It looks like they're going to get smashed today. I think even worse than they got last night. Yeah, you had your bounces. I think if you got into a bounce and you sold it already, time is to get out of the bounce. The move has been made. If you're looking at a bounce, I feel like you're a little late. If you have to ask yourself to get into a bounce now, you've missed the move. If you didn't have the balls to grab, I hate to say this, but if you didn't have the balls to grab in on these wicks as they happened, then you missed the move. You missed the move. That low at 429, you know, these are just making quick. These are just like, this is just to suck you in. You think you found a low, 430, you better sell 477, and you back down here at 430, back leaving lower than you started. A little pump back in again. We look at the daily on these. Now, this is looking good in the daily now. Starting to reset. This is Atom. If we look at Atom real quick, holding that 200-day moving average, as long as Atom holds this area, this could be a nice buy for Atom. I'm very worried, though, to push any altcoin at the moment. There's only one coin I would push, and that's the one in the title. And we're going to get into that. And there's reasons for that. And we can backtest these ideas, right? Now, this is a somewhat of a bull flag, in my opinion. Look for it to break out. Bottom of the trend line, wicked up on the daily, looking really nice. 4-hour also looking really nice here. So Atom, interesting. At least could get back to the top of the trend line. I just, if Bitcoin pumps and dominance pumps, I don't see how Atom, I feel like Atom could just fall right down out of this pattern. Technically, could be somewhat of an ascending triangle. You know, you can have lower highs with, yeah, but you have lower lows. You don't want even lows, but yeah, you have higher lows and lower highs. So we are coming into a tight position here where it's going to have to figure out where it wants to go. 446 for Atom. Just something to put on your radar. And how do you play this? It's pretty simple. Is you buy it right now, and that's why these are the best buys ever. And then what you do is you put a stop loss for very minimal. So you would get into the trade right now because this is bottom of the trend line. So this is where you always want to get into the trade. The closest to the trend line is the best. It gives you protection of a stop loss, right? Otherwise, you get up in here, there's just no telling where the price. Once you get up here, you're either going to break out or you're coming back down to the pattern. And once you get down here, you're either falling out or you're going to the top of the pattern. So I'd rather hit these bottoms. And that's where we're at right now. So if you hit this bottom right now, you could put a stop loss for very little, like 5%, and try to gain the move up to the top of the pattern, which could render you about 12%. You could even get a little more Scrooge McDuck with this and get up here to 3.4%. Turn that into about a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. What do I mean by that? Well, it means that the risk to reward is the stop loss is far less in ratio than the profit. And you want that to be 4-to-1, 3-to-1, 5-to-1. 2-to-1s are lame. 3-to-1s are lame. So you want to see what you're risking with what you're gaining. And that's why you play the patterns that we play in the positions that we play them in. Keeping your stop loss small. And you just keep doing these over and over again. You might lose 50, 30, 50, 30, but then you gain 400. You lose 50, 30, 50, 30, 50, but then you gain 500, 30, 50, 50, 50. And then when you look back, you get like 5 or 6 trades from like between 200 and 500. And then you get 10 trades where you lost like about 30 to 40. And the big boys definitely even out. And you only really have to make 40 to 50% of the trades. 4 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is great, honestly. I've even seen 3 out of 10 with this system work really, really good. And that's why you always have to do the same thing. If you're not buying the bottom of the trend line, you miss the move. You know, you have to be hard on yourself. But this is in the pink with the blue line curving, looking good on the MACD. Also RSI looking nice. Let's see if we can see some bearish divergence just to give us a little more confidence into the move. Here we do see some really hard bearish divergence. And that's really where you want to really buy. When you see yourself approaching the bottom of a trend line, you want to get into the 5-15 minute and start watching when it approaches the trend line. You could see the move here, the buy was here. It's usually the second hill is your low point. And then we began to create proper no divergence. Like the price started to move right in line. And now it's on its way up with a new trend, actually, after breaking out of this falling wedge. And we're at the bottom of the trend line yet again. So perfect allocation would be at 433, 432. And we missed that even with the double bounce there. And then you have a double bottom. Now going sideways, having to deal with the 200-day moving average on the 5 minute, but not too big of a deal. I would worry about dominance though and Bitcoin. There's some things to keep on the radar. Will they go sideways enough to get a little bit of a pump? And if you do, just look to sell Atom here, 450, 445. These are short-term plays, right? Very high risk. Look to get out of Atom here, 470, 487. Don't play any games. You may not get all the way back to 518 at this moment, you know. Take what you can get. Bitcoin keeps moving. Alts get racked. Learn what to do. Is time. Yeah. I hate it keeps it even after I like. Thanks, bro. Bitcoin keeps moving. Alts get wrecked. Learn what to do. Is it time to buy dot? Ooh. This guy got the mic in front every time I go to type in the morning. Is it time to buy dot? All right, cool. All right, man. Awesome. So we're looking at dominance. We looked at Bitcoin, not too good. We're going to look at the tethered dominance now. Now, tether dominance on the 4 hour. Good, about to break down. That's good. We want to see tether lose dominance as Bitcoin about to pump. So that's looking nice. On the daily as well. The daily, it wants more. But it could keep falling down into this wedge. That's what we'd like to see, this momentum collapse. We don't want to see, there's big gaps there too. Strange gaps. Interesting. Also some weird, strange wicks on the tether dominance. The daily looks like it wants to rip though, which is kind of worries me. But that's kind of how the Bitcoin daily looks. So eventually Bitcoin's going to give way to some tether dominance. I think that's going to happen by the weekend. I think we're going to see Bitcoin pump and then take a little bit of a dump. 1 hour looks like it wants to come up though. 4 hour looks like it's going to turn over. So looks like we're going to get some dominance coming back down to the bottom of the pattern. So that plays out without the rest of the story. Total 2, which is the market cap regardless without Bitcoin, excluding Bitcoin of the alts. We were doing great. We were in this basically this bull flag here. We broke out, we came up, but we only got halfway to our target and we got rejected here at 151 bill. Okay? So we're going to have to put our line here. That's a big rejection. 151 billion came back down, but we bounced off of support here at 138 billion. We would come back down only to get rejected at 151 yet again, right near it, 150 area, and then to come back down and now do a bounce here, but down now from 135 back into that same support, $138 billion. So kind of a big line in the sand. If the altcoins start to go down even more, that could show that it's becoming, it's losing a bit of its momentum now, or their momentum, I should say. Now let's look at the 4 hour, but we're in a new pattern. I'm going to say I'm going to change the pattern now because new data. So to me, this is the pattern that we're seeing here in all inclusion. Something like this. Boom. And that could put these up at $206 billion if we make a move. Hey guys, I'm live streaming, and when you stomp, it like goes through the ground, and you can talk, but just stomping the feet on the ground is like really loud. All right, so check it out. So this is at the bottom of the pattern here, and this is actually looking really strong for the total market cap. I'd like to put an alert right here. Now, if this goes below here, that's not going to be good for the alts, right? That's going to tell us that it's breaking out of the pattern, and it's not bullish anymore. So, yeah, I'll have to change myself, but I'll do that later. I basically have too many alerts. That's all it's telling me. Anyway, but this is looking bullish to me. Bullish to me. Now, next chart I have for you is the total market cap of everything, and that's getting into a bit of a bull flag as well. Kind of looking just like Bitcoin, honestly. It really does just follow Bitcoin because it has so much dominance. This chart really should look just like Bitcoin, and it does. Bottom of the pattern, pink coming in with the blue line curving, looking very bullish. So the market cap wants more, easily 500. We get to $500 billion, guys. To me, that's basically confirmed bull run ready. Wow, I couldn't believe this. I see the double top and Monero all the way back to 118. So all the alts are getting completely slaughtered. XRP not doing too bad. If you can see, let's draw XRP out. XRP not doing too bad because if you can see, XRP is in this huge bull pennant that I showed you guys the other day when we went over XRP. And I see 68% gains coming for XRP up to 39.76. Okay. And it is at the bottom of the pattern. So if XRP breaks this line though at 22.8, that's going to be bad news for it. And it could come all the way back down to the support region here at 21 cents. So it's either going to break out of this pattern or we're probably going to see it down to 21 cents. If it does start to break out of this pattern, you could look for an XRP down or a short on XRP futures because I say it would come down pretty good, at least about 10%. XTC, everyone likes XTC. Nice little coin to get. But 250, everyone thought was the steal, was the grab. Those people are now down more than 25%. Another double bottom here. You can see a little bit of divergence though as well. We have swing low to swing low, but we have really push up here on that RSI. Now, I see a similar thing happening right here where we did get a bit of a pump. So we could get a pump here on XTZ. 187, that's like the low of the lows, really, for this. But honestly, as I showed you, Bitcoin dominance looks like it's not over yet. And if it's not over yet, I don't know what to tell you guys, right? Unruly children will be given an espresso and a puppy. Jordan Gecko, I missed the buy earlier. Yo, what's going on, Jordan? How's you feeling, man? Is that C Money? Try me, bot. Hey, how you feeling? Try me. How you feeling, my friend? Link bleeding today. It's going to get hammered. Yeah, I think we should start shorting Link, honestly. Once the election is over, less uncertainty in the market. Yeah, do you see the impact on Bitcoin from the election? Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. SSP, what's going on, man? SSP for XS, SXP, SSP, MIME, SP, SPE, SP, Zcash with the halving coming up. You'd think it wouldn't be giving up so much. Let's kind of reposition this. To me, it's here. This kind of should be something like this now. And it's on its way back to the bottom of the pattern. There you go. Zcash. I really wanted to take advantage of that halving in November. Keep Zcash on your radar. Divergence starting to show. You can see it's beginning. It begins. How do I say? Because it's secret. Here, this line is very. This is how I'm teaching you guys some insight here. So here's divergence. These lines look together. Now you have another one, but you can see that the angle starts to slightly change. Even that is, to me, divergence, right? Like how much sharper that is than this, but these look together. So, it should follow the pattern and kind of keep going like this, but it's not. It's starting to change its angle. telling you that this is rounding up. And I bet we could find it on 30-minute. Let's see, there's down. No, not there. Maybe in the 15-minute? No, I'm not there yet because that is an aggressive move down there to 51 on Zcash. All the way came back up. Not too good. Got made redundant from work. What does that mean? Got made redundant from work. Something is redundant is an adjective. I don't think you can be made redundant. But I'm hearing that like maybe you lost your job. I'm sorry to hear that, is what I'm thinking. Sorry to be so technical with the nomenclature there. Wow, though, like this is a bloodbath, honestly. I'm happy I wasn't trading the last few days because the emotions of the up and downs are just too much for me recently. They've been a lot. It's just been like, come on, man. You know? And when every trade starts, when it's really hard to get a win, I don't care if you're shorting, longing. This is chop, man. I was looking at waves at 304 just a second ago. It's funny though, a minute ago. So waves kind of showing you some type of chop action. All right, so we went over Bitcoin. We went over Bitcoin dominance. We went over Tether dominance. We went over both market caps. The market cap of all the cryptos and the market cap of just the cryptos without Bitcoin. Cake taking a beating, right? Went all the way down to 18, but now all the way up to 29. Like, look at that, man. These are just the opportunities on these oversold balances. Look at that. Imagine making 52%, and I bet you could have made it pretty fast in the last hour. We take our little ruler. 52% in the last 3 hours. Damn. So you can take advantage of the volatility just buying an oversold bounce in the 15-minute. Bam. Yeah, there's a lot of AI coming in, dude. I don't know, man. There's a lot of strange business going on. I'm trying to explain it to people. I kind of see it. If you've been on the fringe for years, it's more apparent of what's happening now. But if you haven't been on the fringe for a long time, like if you're not like a 9/11 truther, or you're not someone who's been like deep diving, then you're probably pretty lost at this point. You know, on most of my subs, you guys are on point. You guys know what's up. So meme coin kind of took a beat down, but you figured, hey, it was only a matter of time till it came back, right? But still, man, it says it's 180 here, and its low is 90. It's up damn near 100%. So everything took a bit of a bounce up. Wing took a bounce. BNB down is the coin of the day, right? Up 9%. Yeah, I'm going to see, like, I want to get into the coin of the day that we want to discuss, and that's DOT. Now, the last time Bitcoin had a major dump, let's look at this. We're going to look at an area here. This is from October 6th to October 8th, okay? We'll come back to this. Just remember that, okay? October 6th to October 8th. We'll have DOT here, and then we'll have Bitcoin juxtaposed. Juxtaposed. With my studious lexicon. Anyway, all right, so Bitcoin's starting to go parabolic in a new step. Remember the old little stepping stones there? Starting to make a parabola, right? First off. Starting to go up into that parabola. Parabola. Now, could keep going sideways for a little bit until it hits the parabola again. But this thing's looking very healthy ever since it hit that bottom there at that 13,250. So, Bitcoin doing very well. You guys listen to Bitcoin Hyper? Bitcoin Hyper. Now, Ethereum going to, I don't know, sorry. Anyway, so do we see bearish divergence? No, swing up to swing up, swing up to swing up. But then that still acted like a little bit of bearish. But what we got was a reset on the RSI while we went sideways, which this is what you're looking for. You know, that's technically hidden bearish divergence, you know, sideways or exaggerated divergence, but no, it's hidden bearish, hidden bullish. Price going sideways, RSI going down. It's really what you want to see. You can see that they're diverging away from each other in that moment, in that main. So I want to look at that time period here. In October, remember we were here, we focused in on, I just want to show you something. It's going to have some insight, so stick with us. October 6th over to the 8th, this 2-day period here where DOT was at the bottom of the trend line. Okay. Now we're going to look at Bitcoin at the same time. So we go to that 30-minute. Okay. Okay, here's the 6th through the 8th right here. Now, on the 6th, I'll show you. Bitcoin was sitting at 10,075 and it went all the way back down to 10.5. Now let's see. The second. So it was actually up here at 10,007 and it came all the way back down to 10.5. Had a bit of a drop. It had previously dropped as well, and a lot of the altcoins had fallen. Maybe it was even, let's look at the time before that. But my point is, when I was watching DOT, Bitcoin fell pretty heavily from 10.9 all the way to 10.3. Oh, was on Bitcoin up? I thought he was just on Bitcoin regularly Bitcoin. Anyway, so this line held, man, when a lot of altcoins didn't. Like, let's look at Dash in that same time period. Dash held too. Maybe I'm wrong here. I'm trying to point out a time where I watched DOT, and DOT actually held its ground when almost, like, well, dominance was going up even. Like, dominance even went up. Yeah, here's the 6th. Right here, pumped, right? Dominance pumps right here. The 6th, dominance pumps really hard, right? Let's go look at like BLZ or band. Let's check out band. And if we look for that time period, October 6th to the 8th, look at right here. So second, here's the 6th right here. Boom. Just dumpage, right? For band, dumpage for a lot of coins. But DOT kind of just like, I mean, it was making its way to the bottom of its pattern anyway. But the 5th, it fell off. And then the 6th, yeah, I guess it fell. But to me, there's just more. It seemed like it should have fallen somewhat further. It was at 413 and it only went down to, like, I guess it did go to 360 on that bounce. But I just feel like DOT, of all the coins, it really holds its level, is what I'm trying to point out. I didn't find it exactly right as my memory had me. But this was a level where it really was holding really strong, while dominance was decimating many altcoins. And it seems to just keep, making higher highs as it goes up into this pattern. It is making lower lows, but here's a higher high. DOT needs to come and break this higher high again at 5. And then it can achieve its move back up to 550 and obviously keep moving. Is this the time to buy DOT again? Honestly, the DOT chart says yes. You have bullish divergence right here on the 4-hour, which is very strong. You have, let's look at the 5-minute. Hey, you had bullish divergence right here, swing low to swing low, really far down, but this is going up. Showed you your bottom there at 388. Maybe do you have to sell now, though? Look, we have an inverted head and shoulder forming here, which should propel us up here at least back to 404, back into the $4 region. 4 hours looking healthy. The daily has some pink possible coming, maybe the end of the pain. 8-hour looks great. 12-hour looks really good. Look at the 12-hour on the MACD. Coming into this, this tight period here where it's ranging in a very tight area. So DOT, a wanted coin, you know. Again, like $4 is really 380 to 410. I feel like is a great accumulation zone for DOT. But again, we have dominance hanging out in the background. Let's get the Dow now pumping. So the Dow hit this falling wedge, broke out of it. We did see bullish divergence, which I had marked off here in like the 30-minute. Clearly see we had bullish divergence there on the Dow. So, hey, I said the Dow should pop, and we did. Looking good. The daily actually has a curve coming, so more for the Dow. The Dow should end the week well, regardless of the election. If you stand by TA, give me the TA, and I'll give you the news. So the TA is telling us that Trump's going to win because it's saying that the Dow is going to keep moving on the 4-hour, on the daily, right? So if we just went by TA, the TA says Trump wins because, and I'm not a Trump supporter. Please don't hate on me and don't say like, oh, I'm not leading anyone. All I'm saying is the TA says the green's going up, right? And we know if Trump stays in office, it's probably better for the market for the short term. We don't know for the long run, right? Maybe Biden was better for the market in the long run. We don't know these things, but right, we know in the short term, just when you lose a president you've already had, there's more uncertainty than the president that everybody knows. I'm staying out of all trades till after the election. You never know what could happen. Yeah, I'm completely with you on that. I think that's a good idea. But honestly, I don't know, man. Accumulating some more DOT here probably is a good idea. $4 DOT, you know, just I made some small purchases. That's what I'm doing. The $150 here. That's all I'm doing lately. They're tiny little moves. And I find that funny for me because when I'm doing something like that, it's strange because it's very against my trading style. Yeah, even getting I got into DOT at 409, right? You get another $100 worth of DOT right now. Really couldn't kill you, you know? In my opinion, it's DOT at $4, man. But you know what? We could see DOT at 350. We'll see. We'll see, man. It's holding support on this line. So I have my two green lines here. My one up here and my one down there. One will alert me to what DOT is doing. I do like it here, though. It's tempting not to want to accumulate a little bit. Even $100 worth of DOT right here at this line. You know, it's a good time to accumulate it. Because even if it goes all the way to, look, this would be its halfway point if it goes down here to its previous low at $2. This will be its halfway point. And then you could say, well, hey, and then you could get in there and you could still dollar cost average yourself. So it's not like you're buying up here, you know, at the high sixes. You're buying at 4 evens, and we're showing strong support there. Low, higher low, somewhat of a higher low close on that, especially on that daily. But a lot to think about when you know. Now the Dow taking a little bit of a hit. Last 15 minutes took a little sell off. People sold off a little bit. Let's take a look at gold, shall we? Who do you guys think is going to win, man? And it's okay. I'm not going to hold you to it, but who do you think is going to win? Wow, man. Fell out of the pattern. Not good. Very bearish. So this is SGMO. Something to think about. And showing no signs of bullish divergence as well. I also think if I have to put my 100% bet on it, that it's going to be Donald, you know. But who knows, man? I just don't see. If you looked at it just energy alone, Trump out. But I bet Biden will claim he won. It's going to get crazy, right? It's going to get crazy. Trump looked like he out rallied Biden too by like a lot, you know. Tesla fell out of the pattern, but it's crawling back in. So it's saying, hey, yeah, I may have come back down here at 378, but I want more. All good for Tesla now. Looking like it will get back into the pattern and still achieve its $700 price range. Yeah, exactly. He's a honestly, if I took away the bias, if I just took the bias away and you don't know who is who, and you just looked at the movement, Trump is a beast, bro. Like, I was an aspiring rapper my whole life, and anytime I saw a rapper who toured and put out more album after, I'd be like, wow, this guy is he just doesn't stop with the work ethic, you know. So I've always kind of, anyone who tours, you know, touring is like rapping, and so I've kind of, anyone who does that type of thing, goes stage to stage, I always have an affinity for that. And like, you know, even if I'm not going to say whether I hate or I don't hate Trump, because it's regardless. Let's say I hate. You could say I hate him. You could say I don't hate him. I hope you guys don't care whether I do or I don't. But my point is, I never take away a hustle. The man has hustle. The man has some serious hustle. You know, whether he says things people don't like, whether he's out of his mind, the guy has some serious hustle, right? Yeah, I watched a great video last night on YouTube, and the guy broke down how he won in the past and how he has to win, how he needs to win again on CNN. And they broke down how Biden and that, and it was just a great insight. And it showed me like who is who, the whys and the hows, and you know. So look at this, man. This is really good. Gold. I said gold will come back into the pattern and then begin to break out. Once this happens, you can kind of treat it as if it never fell out. You can kind of negate this whole area. This was all just a bunch of nonsense, honestly. Gold back to $1,900 an ounce. And I'm sticking to my prediction of gold going all the way up to $2,074 an ounce before a little bit of rejection, some sideways movement. But gold's on its way, man. You know, but I realized the popular vote doesn't matter in this country. But honestly, for the first time, I had an epiphany the other night. And I said, you know what? The popular vote, like, let's look at this. Let's just say there's 20 beavers who live in a swamp. Live in 20 beavers. I'm going to give you a cool example right now to make you think. 20 beavers live in a forest. Okay, I'm writing this down as I write it. So 20 beavers live in a forest. Okay, but 10 of the beavers live in. 5 of the beavers like to live up in the trees. The other 15 of the beavers like to sleep down near the moss. Right? Now, something happens where the trees are dripping down onto the moss and making it wet. And they want to get rid of the trees. But there's 5 of the beavers that still sleep in the trees. And they've been sleeping in those trees for a long time, and they really, really like it. But the 15 says, no, you got to go. And I kind of compare that to how the population of America, they say like, what, 80% is on the coast? So you have the whole population lives in California, New York City, right? Boston, Philadelphia, Miami, right? Houston, right? All these big coastal cities, right? Cities that are near ports. And, you know, we may be the popular vote, but that doesn't mean that represents America. You get what I'm saying? Colin Unger. Yeah, we went over DOT. We went over DOT in depth, kind of thinking that, you know, this is what you want to do for DOT. Let me give you your example for DOT. And I'm going to come back to this, because this is the Crypto Lifer Show, and your name is Colin Unger. And I like that name, and I like your style. So I like anyone who subscribes to my channel and shows me love. So look at DOT for you, Colin. Check it out. And yeah, I'm not like a regular YouTuber. I'll treat you like a friend, man, if I've never met you. The popular vote is America, but it's not. It's not, because most of Americans live in the same areas. So if you can brainwash everyone in the cities, then you could say that was the popular vote, but you know what I'm saying? So Colin, check it out. What I think you should do, okay? Thank you, I appreciate that. Slancher, by the way, with that Irish name. So check it out. We're in this kind of a falling wedge / pennant, in my opinion. A little bit of a pennant. It could be a bilateral triangle as well. To me, yeah, bilateral triangle. It's a 50-50 ball. It could go up either way. And so, yeah, when was the populace always the best? The population right now, if you gave them a gold bar, a dollar bill, or a Bitcoin, they might choose the dollar bill. You know, so are those really the people that you want running the country? It's a good point. Like the majority of the people in America do not even want Bitcoin. Like, You could hand it to them and they'd be like, yo, I don't want it. You know, the majority of people in this country do not want Bitcoin. They think it's crap. We're all here in the minority. Everybody here, you guys, you realize you are not the populace. You know that, right? You subscribing to the Crypto Lifer, you guys trade crypto coins, you are in the minority of the minority. You know? Why does a Canadian want Trump to win? I'd like to hear that. And we don't care. Everyone be open-minded and nice to this guy. I don't want to see everyone treat him disrespectfully. Yeah, I take Bitcoin or silver any day of the week, man. But why would a Canadian want Trump to win? Because I have no idea. Like, I have no idea. This is so interesting to me. Like, why would someone else from another country, like, what, you know, there's got to be a reason that I don't know about, right? The U.S. is a republic, not a democracy. Hey, another thing is, today I went in and I wrote in Brock Pierce. I'll tell you the honest truth. I did. I wrote Brock Pierce's name when I voted today. Okay? I'll let you guys know. Canada going broke, right? See, I meant sorry because they said Canada going broke. No worries, man. Ben, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. My DOT chart in Telegram, I think I'm going to leave accumulations. I think I'm going to leave accumulation zone for my buy order under $4. Let's take a look at it because I think that's exactly what I'm kind of pushing for right here. Look at this and load the chart. Look at that. I love how it loads the chart on the left side when I click it in my Telegram. I feel all fancy, like I have someone working for me. And oh yeah, I have to forget though, it's opposite. And load the charts. See, the chart's on my left, but it looks like it's and load the charts. And I want a little pointer. And you can see here, just like the weather. I want to start doing the weather. It'd be kind of cool. Anyway, so I could load the chart in the background. I see how I could actually do it. I just thought about it. What if I took this? I copy pasted this, right? And I put it as the link of the background. I could make the background this, and then I could be like, so here, in this area here, you know? Anyway, that's kind of cool. I'll do that. Or I should just remove it again. Anyway, so let's look. We're in accumulation. I think this is definitely accumulation. I agree with you. We could go lower, back down, maybe 350 area at the very least. If you got in on these wicks, you're a lucky man, right? Yeah, we're getting a green dot as well. Let's take a look at market cipher and let's see what it's saying. But now, look, dot falling off. 397, starting to get rejected. Is the dominance making a move? It is, man. 64.68. Look at dominance, guys. Ooh. Oof. And there's some wick action there showing you that it may shoot up again. Wicks wicks always show you basically upward momentum. So this just broke out in the last 10 minutes. Broke above 64.60. This is going up to 65. Yikes. This goes 65. That's putting dot at 350, right? That's putting band at 375. I think we're not done with these bargain prices. I think there's more coming. The fact that I'm not in any of these trades too tells me that I think there's more coming. So Bitcoin just had a bit of a dump, and that probably tells me that the Dow had a bit of a dump. So let's see. So yeah, so the Dow, no, the Dow pumped. So did the dollar index pump? We didn't go over the dollar index today. I missed one, guys. Sorry. All right. So sue me, as they used to say. All right, dollar index dumping today. On the 1 minute, just took a nice dump. The 1 hour, okay, this is looking great. Look at the dollar index, just completely fell out. This should have been really big for Bitcoin and continuing to drop. So the dollar index falling out of the sky right now. I know. Can you believe I did that? All right, guys, I'm out for the day. I'm sorry. I'm done. Jesse, call Jesse B. He's going to take over tomorrow. See you guys. All right, I'm back. All right, so, but yeah, we should have definitely gone over this. See you. Man. I know your game is trading, but what coins do you hold for 3 to 5, 10 plus years? Okay, the coins that I hold for that long are, number one, Cardano. I'm holding Cardano for a long time. Crypto Don Wall, man, what's going on? Nice to see you. This is, dude, Crypto Don Juan was my first subscriber. Honestly, like my first subscriber I ever had. Crypto Don Juan, man. He's the man. Really appreciate that. Holding long term, I like Cardano. Honestly, I think it's going to change the world. I think it's going to run entire cities. I think it's going to move with infrastructure. It's going to have a huge place in finance. I really like Cardano. So I also have met Charles Hoskinson's. He is one of the creators of Ethereum. Then he left it to kind of like move on. Ethereum is a beautiful thing. He went on to create Cardano. I've been following Cardano since 2000, late 2017. Like when you could first buy it for about 1.5, 2 cents. But ADA, Cardano, man, doesn't get talked about a lot anymore. It's kind of hidden in the radar. If you talk to a big time, like, veteran trader, I think crypto trader, Cardano will come up. But along the mixed hype of the new coins and DeFi, but look for Cardano to be in the DeFi space. I don't think it'll ever not have its finger on the pulse. Cardano, man, one of my long-term holds. Also, another long-term hold of mine is Icon, ICX. I really like ICX. It doesn't get talked about a lot. Kind of double bottoming here at this 30-cent region. Seems to be a pretty low bottom for it. Good place to accumulate. ICX. Yeah, we could have, and I also hold XRP long term. I feel like it will have something to do with this reset. XRP fell out of the pattern, came back into the pattern, So XRP falling down here, 22.7, but got back up. That was overnight. So we had that huge dip just literally. If we take our measurement calculator here and we see what happened. 14 hours, all this has occurred. So a lot of volatility in the altcoin market in the last 14 hours. Elections will run on ADA blockchain, says owner. Hey, man. Yeah, dude. Listen to Muser. He'll tell you the deal. I think we should really get into the down tokens. Let's take a look at my down list and let's see what's going on here, because I guess we missed the boat, though. I mean, that's going parabolic now. Link down going parabolic. Like, look, those are those parabola steps. When I say parabolic, why do I say that? Because I'll show you. Just Google trading. The parabola, right? And it should show you the steps in the images here. Where's a good one? Not only something like this too. Here they are too. This is like, see how step 1, step 2. You can see it moves in steps in a parabola. Maybe if I do steps, it'll help. There's one I'm looking for. I know you guys have seen it. It's like a lot clearer, and it really shows the steps. This is pretty good, though. See? Step in, step in, step in, and there you go, But that's the parabola idea, right? And now if you look at link down, it's starting the same concept here. Just doing its thing, man. Hitting this support resistance right here. But once it breaks this resistance, looks like link down will go even more, up to 43 from 38, that's another 20% gain, right? Also, with the dominance, I don't know how dominance could also hurt link down, honestly, because people won't even trade the short tokens, right? I don't know. This is something interesting to think about, right? How well do these down tokens get affected? How good or bad does dominance affect these down tokens? I would say would have to affect them negatively, in my opinion, right? So there's link down for you, though. Again, if we went back into the 15-minute, I'm sure you'll see some hidden bullish divergence, and you do see it very obviously. You see a swing low to low there, right? And then you clearly see that if you go to that low on the RSI, that thing is very, very strange divergence right there, which would have told you that that was time to enter at 28. And you'd be up damn near, geez Louise, 38% on link down right now. Sometimes I get upset when I take a couple days off from trading, but it's like, it is what it is, man. I just watched a documentary recently. What was it? It was on Netflix, you know, and it was about a father who got like heavy into trading. He became like almost a billionaire. And like he went on a trip with his family and he half paid attention and he did it again. And he said, oh, I lost $5 million during that trip. And it's like, if it's, I know you can always be making money. So then if you don't make money, you don't want to do something, that kind of ruins life. Loving money and not loving everything else ruins life. So XTC down looks like it's about to pop. All these look pretty good. 15% gains coming to you if you short Tezos right now. Dot down just had a huge pop, but it's at resistance. Kind of makes you know, it's like, ooh. Let's look at that 4 hour on these. So that's pretty spent. So dot down, they could be done shorting dot down for a while. But I do see it's in this ascending triangle area. Bit of a cup. Could come back down to the bottom of the pattern though. Thank you, my love. Very nice of you. Link down. It's looking really strong. Already up 38% though in the last couple days. Let's see. Wow, so starting a short link was the move. A day and 2 days, only a day, man. A day and 16 hours. Link taking a beat down. And that's why you dollar cost average into these things, because now you're like, word, my $25 worth of link a week. It doesn't kill me when I buy it at 9. It doesn't kill me when I buy it at 3. Doesn't kill me too bad, Link at 1020. Will it get back to that $9 region where it was there? 708, not too long ago though. Right? In September 22nd, Link was down to $7. Wow. It basically almost 100% it again. I sold at 1280, man. I can't believe how well I did with the top there. Still haven't gotten back in, except for my weekly accumulations. Look at that though, falling completely out of the pattern. Or you could say trying to come back to the bottom of the pattern here. When is the carnage over? Well, you need to play these oversold ideas. That's why I feel like the move was made, right? Right now, you should be selling your down tokens with a nice gain and getting ready for your trade for tomorrow. Like core going down as well. Looks like it can come back down to the bottom of the pattern again. So watch core there. Let's take a look at sharing. I want to think about sharing. Want to see where that's at. I think I can get sharing at about 1 penny if I play my cards right. If I just wait and not jump. FOMO always hurts you. But sharing was about to make a big play, so I just want to see how it's faring out right now. Okay, so the 4 hour is not too bad. I like it. It's still holding the bottom of the pattern here. Came back up. You can see it's in a bit. That's a bit of a diamond too. That was a diamond. And it came in from the diamond. It came out of the diamond. Came back up. Now it's doing a higher high. I mean, this is, to me, a great place to buy sharing. Looks like it's not getting too affected by the price. You're close to the bottom of the trend line here. This is the trend line right here that I'm talking about. There's some level of support and resistance that it's hitting. Got funds ready to buy dot and link, just waiting for the right time. What is a down token? A down token and an up token are a 3x leverage token given to you on Binance. So you can basically long or short with leverage without having to trade a futures market. 1% down will be 3% down, and the same as an up. So, and that's the idea of a down. It's basically shorting without leverage. but you are using leverage. You just don't know you're using it. You're basically playing a spot priced asset on leverage. So look at this parabolic run there. Boom, boom, boom. That's the parabola. That's the parabola. And honestly, it may not be perfect, but it's not stopping. We see this run Bitcoin's been on. Easier to see on a shorter time frame, like what a tear it's been on. This was that place where we thought it was going to close the gap, and that was the bottom. And there you can clearly see the bullish divergence. Like you can draw a line. You don't have to hit these lines. You can just draw a line in that area that you can see it's kind of crushing. And then draw this line up. And that gave you your bottom at 987. And then if you go to Market Cipher, click on it right there. Boom. We zoom out, you're going to see a green dot right there telling you, boom, get down. So then you want to be like, okay, well, those green dots worked out. Where are the other ones? Well, now it's kind of telling us that we had a bottom right here at 13,275. And we have a double bottom here on the 30-minute, which is powerful. So I just noticed a double bottom as well. Money line getting pretty thick. The Stokes are getting across, though. The Stokes want to go down. 4-hour Stokes are just getting ready, though. And we're having a MACD cross. So 4-hour is ready to rock. And we're at 13,007. So I think the only thing you can do right now is trade Bitcoin. In my opinion, trade Bitcoin. I feel like you missed the dot moves. Thank you for the answers, everyone. Anytime, man, anytime. Yeah, there's no liquidation on the down tokens. It's literally just your stop loss. It's just you play it just like a stop, like a spot priced item. I think we're going to 65 though in the dominance. I don't see it stopping. And then if it keeps moving up, it will get to my target here at 66.50. So. Careful with these alts, man. It can always get worse. Remember that. If you're going to go in dollar cost average, like these are good prices comparatively to where we end up at the bottom or the top. These are good prices. You're not buying like, if you go to the daily on these, like if we look at Dash and the daily, you're not buying up here. You're not buying up here. So you're doing yourself the best thing you can do by buying in these regions. Yeah, let's check on Crypto Faces because he's so long with so much money that it's good to just see what's going on with him. Don't vote. Hollywood tells voters to not vote. Crazy, right? Big news for Bitcoin. We have a game changer for November. I love this guy, Da Vinci, man. Retirement warning. Pennsylvania welcomes Joe Biden with Trump flags. It's crazy, man. Millie's featuring Jim Jones. Pretty cool.
Good morning. Good evening.
You guys playing this Morpheus thing now.
Purchase a DJ15 token and learn how to access our Telegram group down here and be a part of the fun, right? And you'll be able to access the videos, the live video.
I want to get his tokens. $4 million bet on Bitcoin up.
You're welcome.
He's got $4 million. It's actually not a $4 million bet though. It looked like, maybe I'm wrong. I was trying to do the math the other day. He's up 28,000. He was up 40K earlier today, right? When Bitcoin was up there at 13.9 there. So he's watching the 5-minute. He's holding 18x. He was holding a bigger position. I think he got out. Yeah, see, unit price 13,154. Entry price. Oh, his was liquidate. Yeah, his entry price. But he added this position, so he started it at like 519. But he entered at 621, and now he's at 709, right? I would take my profits at 26,000 right now. He's up 26K.
This MetaMask or the shitter Uniswap stuff really grinds my gears. It really grinds my gears. Not gonna lie.
He called it made a mask.
Pisses me.
Does he know he's live on my live? Anyway, good luck to him on that trade, man. Good luck to him on that trade. But if you want to watch that when I'm done.
Your email Wazobia. There's the steps should be in your email.
Anyway, boom. Yeah, I'm just not trusting these coins, man. Now, Waves, maybe. You know, Waves, yeah, I got in at 304. I sold, what, at 340. It went all the way to 360, 370. Came back down 327. Now it's all the way back down here at 304 with a pump. It is showing a bit of a head with double shoulders. You know, things are looking good, but, man, I just don't trust it lately. Not trusting it. We'll take a look at Binance and see what coins are winning. Just recently, this just happened. SCRT up 56%. SXP down in the dumps. YFI down. Link down. Uni down. I don't like when I see down tokens in the top 10. INJ or ENJ? Engine. Let's see what happened. What is that SCRT? What is that? What happened? SCRT, secret network. Interesting. So this thing came out a couple days ago. Wow, look at the pop. 80% pop. That's not a pump and dump, right? Wow, in the last 15 minutes, this all just happened. Boom. Boom. Hard to even know about it, though. The secret network. What is the secret network? Hey, who isn't interested in the secret network, right? Who isn't interested in the secret network? Wabi. Waves, 312. Sushi. SXP all the way back down. It hit 71 cents. Came back up to 72 cents. It makes you, what a juicy time, right? Look how low it was here. 73 cents. Like, I've never seen it this low, SXP. Makes you feel like, damn, man. Like, what are the, like, you're like, Jesus. Look at that. Like, this is when you buy stuff, right? Let's see. Do we have any bullish diversions? 1 minute yet? Yeah, we do. Right there. Usually defines a bottom for you. I mean, Market Cipher is going to call this a bottom as well. Let's see what it says here. Down here, yeah, and you're pretty close to the same region at this point. 72 cents for SXP. That is crazy. You know what? It makes me want to put a buy order in for like 58 cents. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a buy order in for this at like 50 cents. And if it hits 50 cents, I feel like I have to catch it. I have to be catching something. Right? So SXP, 50 cent buy order, man. That's what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to try to catch falling knives. Because at this point, that's kind of my only idea. So look, I'll put a 50 cent buy order in for about $1,200 for SXP. Okay. And we'll put in a chintzy stop loss too. I mean, I might be buying a fallout, right? I might fall into 50 cents and just keep running. Interesting. I'm going to create that trade, though. I'm going to put a buy in for 50 cents of SX. I'm going to start playing it the other way. Because this is that type of market where I think it's warm, risky to chase. That you got to let certain things come to you. Now look at the total market cap for altcoins falling from 148, dropping to 135, coming back up to 140 again, getting rejected. So we're having a little issue with alts. People aren't that happy with them. They're getting in, they're getting out. You can clearly see, right? Let's get back to that Tether market cap and let's just give a look. Is it growing? What's going on with that? 426. Now that's also dropping, but it did actually starting to pump a little bit. So people are pumping back into Tether. It went down to 422, but now it's all the way back up to 426. So Tether making a move, which would tell me that Bitcoin can't be above 13.7 now, right? It's got to be below. It's kind of giving you that idea, right? Oh, it is 13.719. How high did we get? 13.799. So we got rejected at 13.800 again about an hour and a half ago. Now we're going to range. But look at that double bottom. Tells me that this is on its way to rip. I'm just still holding the idea that we're at the bottom of this trend line. It's in the broadening wedge, and we'll get to the top of the pattern at 14,700. But $1,000 move for Bitcoin here. Then it's going. I keep saying this, but there's gonna have to be a pullback. Wow, DIA all the way back to 98 cents, as low as 95 cents. Wow, this is the low for a lot of these things. Unreal. But look at MarketSight. We're trying to call these bottoms, but a new bottom emerges. So it's not perfect. Got to almost try it on the daily. And you don't even have the information. 6 hour did all right. But it got worse, man. EOS 233 falling off of its little rounded bottom area too. So everything is just really breaking through supports. Fill down at 28. VIO. Wow. IOST back to the low 4 cents, man. Like, this thing was my long-term hold play. Wow. Getting down to its March 17th lows of 001. I had no idea that went that low. So people made a killing, man. There was a lot of money to be made on the low. Link. Falling out of this fallen wedge now. Yeah, join me with SXP, man. I like BAT a lot. Let's take a look at ETH. Ooh, the trash truck is here. I just love to watch it. Amazing. As I'm like a little kid, man, certain things about me, I still like watching the trash guy throw the trash in the truck. It's really stupid, but does anyone else like that, or am I just a weirdo? Anyway, yeah. Do you do that too? I have to. I just like watching them throw the trash in the thing. Like, they're good, they're hard workers, man. He's like, no. I got to, man. I got to. I have ADHD bad, right? Anyway, 65, man, coming for Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin pumping, man. I'd stay a hell away from any of these alts right now. Even the downs may not pump because dominance may hurt the down tokens. Like, people may just start selling out of the downs now to get into Bitcoin. That FOMO is real. Yeah, don't play the alts, man. Don't be silly nilly. If you're gonna play an alt, look at that 393. So the dot move was bad. Wasn't 404. I run to the window for fire trucks. I do too, man. Just gotta see it go by. Like, it's so weird. I have no idea. All right, so ETH is doing well. It's in an ascending triangle with higher lows. Yeah, this is the crazy volatility. Nah, Jesse knows, man. Listen to Jesse. I think they came to put some of the alts in the trash. That's funny, man. But look, ETH at the bottom of the pattern. I'm not worried about ETH right now. I think ETH 381, mucho bueno, right? If it breaks 381, definitely coming back down at 333 or hitting this 350 area. So 350. I like ETH, man. I consider it an alt, but it's such a large macro cap that it tends to pump when Bitcoin pumps. That's what I used to see them going up together. Back in the last bull run, they were going up together. Let's see if ETH's holding its levels compared to other altcoins. Yeah, it's actually getting a bit of a pump. It bounced off this level here at 370. So ETH, in my opinion, is kind of holding its pump. But look at the 1 minute. It's not doing too bad, right? Switch back to this template. Not doing too bad on this 1 minute. It went to as high as 385, came back down to 379, leveling out. What's up, BS Social Swap? You social swappy, you. Sorry. What is BS Social Swap, honestly? Because it rolls off the tongue, and it's like, it sounds like it's your company or something, like, or you have like a decentralized exchange called Sushi Swap, but you call it Social Swap. Look at that V-shaped recovery, though. That would represented a 50% win for Cake. I wish I had seen that and had the BLZs to get in and then sell it off. And look, and then it held its gains. You didn't even need to, like, worry. All you had to do was buy the oversold region. 18. See, this is stuff like this that sucks you into buying other coins. You see this, and you're like, oh, I should buy other coins. See, this is down 7%, but it's up 50%. Isn't that insane? And then you'll go and do it somewhere else, and it won't work as perfect, right? So the Dow kind of flagging now on the 1 minute. So the Dow had a little bit of fall off, but now it's flagging. It's pumping. So I see we're going to get a pump in all markets. Yeah, DOT just collapsing right there at 393. Now getting even lower, 391. Really good time. So anything below a $4 DOT, like, geez. Interesting. Very interesting. I want to see what the market sentiment is. I want to see if we have any talk. And just get into some news. Spanish police, ex-Catalan lender used Bitcoin to pay for escape to Belgium. The Spanish police unit investigating the alleged misappropriation of funds of Catalonian's former president Charles Puigdemont has reportedly uncovered evidence that the former Catalan leader may have funded his flight to Belgium using Bitcoin. Well, if he's smart, he did. Right? Bitcoin mining just became easier after historic difficulty drop. I was hearing some FUD about that. Key takeaways. Bitcoin's 16% mining difficulty drop on November 3rd was the second largest in history. Mining difficulty drops are the network's way of compensating for a low hash rate, among other factors. The drop has not had a noticeable impact on Bitcoin's price. Now, McAfee explained to me how Bitcoin will always be profitable. Always, always, always. And how it's always profitable is as the difficulty rate goes up, the hash rate goes up. It gets more and more difficult to mine. People who have smaller systems have to drop off. They can't compete with the larger miners. So they fall off. And it basically creates smaller amount of miners. The difficulty goes up. And now they fight and they fight. And what happens is now you have a smaller amount of miners, and then the difficulty level begins to drop. Once the difficulty level drops, because you have less people mining, right? People jump back in, and they mine, and they raise the difficulty level up. People drop off, right? It's a cycle, and it basically rubs its own back constantly. And it basically creates an idea that there's always going to be profitability for mining, and then as well as the Bitcoin price going up. So Bitcoin's mining difficulty adjusts automatically every 2016 blocks, which typically takes about 14 days. The difficulty rises and falls based on increases or decreases in hash rate, the metric used to measure mining activity on the network. The latest drop resulted from the rainy season in Sichuan province, China's biggest hydroelectric power producer. Sichuan produces more cheap energy at this time of year, prompting Bitcoin miners to go offline to relocate temporarily. So they all move back to Sichuan. Speaking exclusively to Crypto Briefing, Coinmetrics analyst Karim stated that the difficulty drop indicates that the network is working as intended. Among miners, this is viewed as a positive because nobody likes high difficulty, and the general perception is that this dip is temporary as miners migrate from Sichuan to Xinjiang and Inner Mongolia. The drop in hash rate resulted in longer block times, and the adjustment period took 16 days and 18 hours, 19.2% longer than usual. Pretty cool. So that's Bitcoin. Tether trades at 30% discount on OKX as users flee exchange. That's not good. Hold on. That's creepy. Bitcoin and Tether trade at 30% discount as what? Cryptocurrency withdrawals in the Chinese-based OKX exchange have been suspended for 2 weeks. Reportedly, the Chinese police ordered the suspension of withdrawals on the exchange after it brought its owner Zhu Mingjing into custody. Bitcoin and USDT are trading at a 30% discount on the exchange as customers lose trust in the platform. What? But how could it be? Long delays in withdrawals are never a good sign. Several instances from the past, including Bitfinex hack and the Quad CX incident, are all preceded by similar delays. Bitcoin balance on the exchange alone is 205,000 Bitcoin, worth $2.7 billion. The figure accounts for 1.1% of the total circulating supply of Bitcoin. OKX is the largest futures platform with an unsettled volume of futures contract worth $1 billion. The only option for users is to sell their crypto using the exchange's P2P platform. As the delays continue, users are leaving the exchange en masse. Bitcoin and USD are selling at a discount at the equivalent of 10,000 and 75 cents respectively. Wow. So if you have the balls to go on there and buy Bitcoin, so just to get out, like, who's buying that? Then someone's taking that risk. You know, that's crazy. They're here? All right, I got to run, guys. I have some guests. Sorry, I got to make a quick exit. My mom and dad are here. But I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Say it with me, guys. Crypto is life. Peace. Love y'all.